Good afternoon. I want to tell you guys a little story that involves the 7600 and my grandfather. I bought this tractor back in the winter of 2010, back when we were still doing dairy, obviously, because Grandpa was around. So I bought this tractor. The 7600 came from the St. Paul airport. All this tractor ever did for the first 4,000 hours of its life was it was painted orange for one, construction orange, but it pulled a mower, then mowed along the runways, and it had a mounted blade on the front for pushing snow away from the buildings. That's all this tractor ever did. I mean, the drawbar wasn't egged out at all. It hardly pulled anything its whole life. Well, when I bought this tractor, this was my baby. She sat in the shed, and all farmers, you're going to have that one tractor in your life where that tractor is just yours. Nothing else can top it. Nothing else is better than your tractor. I mean, it's just not. It's just, my tractor can do this, my tractor can outpull this, it's better than your tractor in any way, shape, or form. The reason I say that is because that's my baby. Now, my grandfather and I, known for being kind of like more of a stern, harder person to get along with, Grandpa and I got along pretty good. We actually had that back and forth banter. I'd call it bonding. I mean, we always made fun of each other. But my grandpa's tractor, his baby, was the John Deere 4230 with the synchro transmission in it. Now, if you guys go back in How Farms Works videos, my brother, go back to his early videos, and you will see that tractor. Chances are it's on a manure spreader, and even more so, either my grandpa or my father is running it. Now, speed ahead to when I got this tractor. Okay, I got this tractor in January. I'd had no intention of running it up and down the road. It was purely a summer work tractor, making hay. I mean, the first 3 years I had it, all it did was it cut hay. That's the only thing I used it for in the summer. And in the spring it was on the disc, because we had, at the time, a 20-foot disc. And I used it as a road runner for hauling grain wagons in the fall. I mean, those were its 3 jobs. That's it. Okay, well, it sat in the shed for a couple weeks, and it was early in the morning. We had a snowstorm the night before. No time to plow the driveways out and anything else. Well, it was probably 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, still milking cows. Grandpa, with his trusty 4230, hauled the barn manure out. Well, you guys, most of you know, a 4230 is a 2-wheel drive, and Grandpa had it chained. He had good lugs on it, but come on, guys, a 4230, a 2-wheel drive, 4230 is not going to pull as well as this. So what ended up happening is, Grandpa went out this field out here behind the grain bins and the corn crib here, got about 100 foot from the end of the field. Granted, he was going east to west. Not quite as far down as he can go, but down far enough where the fence that was there at the time created a snow fence, and it had a pretty nice drift in there. Okay, so my grandpa, at 5:30 in the morning with the little 4230 fender lights, you know, they're not very bright, he got stuck. Now, so you guys all, I'm catching you up on this. For the 2 weeks between when Grandpa got stuck to the time I got my tractor, we were going back and forth pretty good. Just, that 76, you know, I can't sit in the, always got to sit in the shed, you know, it'll rust out if you get it out in the snow. And I'd be giving him crap, saying that my 76 can outpull his 42, and it's got more power and rides smoother, and just little things. Never like, not trying to hurt feelings or nothing, just farmer banter, you know. Well, the tractor has the standard amber lights, the flashers on the 4 corners of the cab. It's got, I didn't have the side lights on it yet, which you can see on the side of the tractor here. But this tractor lights up like a Christmas tree. It also has the rotary beacon, the LED rotary beacon, I believe, right in the center of the cab. Well, I got the SOS call from my grandpa. I'm stuck down here in this lower field. Will you come get me out? Bring the train. Okay, no problem, Grandpa. So sure enough, walked up to the machine shed. Hadn't even put 2 hours on my 7600 yet. I mean, basically just puttering around outside in the gravel. This would be a good time to baptize the 7600. So, threw my chains in the back, put a clevis in the hitch. Before I pulled the tractor out of the machine shed, I had every light on in that tractor. Amber lights, every single field light, and the rotary beacon when I pulled out of the machine shed. So I made sure I took my time. I took down along the highway there, made sure everybody could see what I was doing, and long story short, pulling him out wasn't anything special. Tractor's back in the shed. He had the spreader unloaded. Fast forward a few hours. Just kind of laughing at it to my dad. We were joking about it. And Dad says, "Yeah, your grandpa come down to the barn after you pulled him out." I says, "Oh yeah?" And it was the first thing he said to me was, "He came out of the shed with all those lights on purpose, didn't he?" Dad's like, yes he did. So that's the kind of stuff that kind of went on around here when my grandpa was around. Yeah, you miss them. You say, I miss my grandma, I miss my grandpa. I grew up in these farms for the first 20-some years of my life with my grandparents. I miss them a lot. I'm glad I have memories like that I can look back on, because, like you said, my grandpa wasn't necessarily exactly known as being an approachable person. Once you get used to him, like you knew how to communicate with him. He was all right. I mean, I never had any issues with him. I mean, he would brag about how if all he had to do is give me a call, and he knew that no matter what it was, my response would be, I'm on my way. I live 2 miles from him. I kind of get grumbled at because I still do it, but because of my grandpa is why I always have my cell phone on me. I don't let it usually out of ear. Trying to think of the word here. I try to keep it where I can hear it at all times. That's because I've had numerous calls from my grandfather that he needed help or something happened and he needed me at the farm immediately. So definitely was dependent on us. Not just me, but my parents and my brother also. Yeah, what can I say? I miss them. So, take care. Take it easy. I hope you appreciated the story on the 7600. I have some more. The next story I may tell about Grandpa involves the Kawasaki Mule taking off on it without telling me where he was going and then running out of fuel. That's a story for another time. So keep in touch, guys. Take it easy. Bye.